Gothel was only able to catch a glimpse of it as he ran. But what he saw was unnatural. It was an enormous beast, with a mouthful of fangs and a thick leathery hide. Oh, why has such a thing come to our peaceful home?
These beasts should thank the moons that they found me without my bow. I'd make quick work of them if I had it on hand. Have you seen my father, by chance? He's a kind man, but not very quick. I fear he may have come to harm. These beasts should thank the moons that they found me without my bow. I'd make quick work of them if I had it on hand. Have you seen my father, by chance? He's a kind man, but not very quick. I fear he may have come to harm. Of course, I'll make sure he stays safe. Have you also seen my sisters? I tried my best to lead them to safety, but they scattered in their panic. Then I must ask you to find them. My sisters are not fighters. They will need your protection far more than I. For now, I'll make my way back to my father.
The fragrant Pascheroni. Raz is glad to see you safe.
Hello, Raz. I didn't know you were back in Maryvale.
Well, yes. Come, let Raz lead you to safety.
Very well, but do not think you can just slip away again. We have much to talk about.
By the moons, you have to help me. A monster attacked our farm. My father ran, but I do not know what became of him. Ah, thank goodness. Have you seen my two sisters as well? We separated in our panic, and I fear for their safety. I'm happy to hear that, but I'm still worried about my remaining sister. Please, could you find her? Preferably before that monster does. Raz, you're here?
Of course. You are safe now, sweet Nura. Raz will get you to safety.
The two of us behind the mill reminds me of old times, old promises.
Let's talk about that later. Much later.
Have you seen my father, Jadathol? I've been searching for him, but I wasn't able to make it very far. Thank the moons. And have you possibly seen my two sisters? I seek them as well. What a relief to hear. I feared the worst when I heard that monster attack. But it seems that we have been blessed with bright moons this day. I remember a voice shouting commands. An Imperial, perhaps? Though what an Imperial would be doing on our farm, I do not know. I did see the monster head for the cave up the hill. It may still be there.
Ah, the beautiful Banji. It is good to see you alive and well.
Raz? At last you have returned to me. Oh, I knew you would keep your promise.
Ah, yes. Raz is keeping his promise, of course. Raz will make sure she gets to safety. Best if you go on ahead, yes?
Very good, Lieutenant. That should distract those farmers from my intruder! Quick, Dolor, kill them at once!
Dark moons, a Daedra. Oh, Raz hates those things. Raz knew something was sour in Sweet Maryvale. Well, at least we know what happened to the missing farmhands. But why does a Daedra care about moon sugar? Then it is likely this mage must have summoned the Daedra. Wouldn't be too surprising if he was behind the missing moon sugar as well. Raz was able to question Jadathol while you dealt with our large friend over there. Our neighbor has also lost moon sugar this season, yet has seen no thieves. Let us return to Mother's farm and examine her storage cellar. If Mazum and Jadathol have been robbed, then Mother is likely the next target. And with luck, her cellar will show evidence of the theft. Despite Mizum and Jadathol's vigilance, the thieves we seek were never seen. Raz means to discover just how this is possible.
There they are! Moons be praised. Thank you both. Because of your help, this one's family is safe.
Raz is so pleased to see you and your daughters unharmed. All 3 of your daughters.
Yes, Raz. And all 3 of us have been talking quite a bit about you.
Specifically how you seem to have made certain promises to all of us.
Do you remember, Razamdar? Oh, this one will love you forever. This one will come back for you soon. This one only has eyes for you.
What? Raz, is this true?
Now, Raz can explain everything.
Ugh, I don't know what I ever saw on Raz. I mean, just look at his stupid hair. I can't believe he kept it that way.
It might be best if you leave now, Rook. You played no part in this vagrant's betrayal.
If Raz hadn't just rescued my entire family, I'd have ripped the lungs out of his chest. Even so, he's certainly not leaving here unscathed.
Jadathal was curious as to why his daughters were so distraught when Raz first left. Now this one starts to paint the picture, yes?
Let us search for signs of thievery. And if Raz's family decides to poke their snouts in, ignore them. The less attention we give, the quicker they will leave. Raz sees nothing out of the ordinary.
This is where you search for the farmhands? Our cellar? What? Are they hiding in the walls?
Let's look somewhere else. That is a rather ornate tapestry for this cellar. Mother, did you hang this?
What? No, of course not. Who would Mother be trying to impress? The cellar rats?
Mother would never hang a tapestry like that in her cellar. Of this Raz is certain. Best for us to examine it. A secret passage, eh? Raz thought he felt a draft in here.
Well, look who we got here. Intruders. Oh, you're going to get in trouble. Why, you certainly have a lot of eyes. And they're different colors, too. Fancy that. Would you mind untying me? Itchy, and I just can't scratch. Don't know why Sivas tied me up. He's a mean, mean mage. I'm a smuggler. I'm smuggling. Well, at the moment I'm tied up, obviously. We're making skooma, see? Lots of skooma. Only I tripped into a barrel. Clumsy me. And now I am feeling so good. Besides the itching, of course. And Sivas tying me up. Boss man! He does all sorts of nasty things. Summons Daedra, steals from the kitty farmers, ties me up. You should give him a talking to. He's down in the caverns somewhere. Oh, he'll be mad that you're here, though. Really, really mad!
The cave's branch here. You should follow the corridor, while Raz takes the side passage. We'll meet up farther ahead.
I let Cyrano for a few pieces of gold. We need to double our production. The time for stealth and subterfuge is ending. Soon we will launch a raid of scars. Patience, Tintin. Patience. We'll find the one who killed your brother and flay him.
There you are, Fat Claw. Time to put an end to this skooma operation, yes?
You're the one interfering in my operation. You'll pay dearly for that.
Now's our chance to end it, once and for all. Sleek work, Five Claw. Now, let's head back to Mother's farm. Quite the investigation, yes? We infiltrated a heavily patrolled farmstead, saved 3 beautiful damsels, and dismantled the skooma operation. All in all, not a bad day's work. Ah, yes. Mother's docile screeching can lull Raz to sleep. Now, this one suspects that Mother would try to cheat you if you ask her for payment. So here, a reward from Raz's own pockets. Aren't you a lucky one?
Well, it seems you're good for something, at least.
Good for something. Raz took down an entire skooma operation for Jode's sake.
Razumdar, sir, I have an urgent message for you from Queen Irene.
A message for us? Ah! Who would waste the paper on him?
Roxarno, shush! Queen Irene? Razum, what is he talking about?
Raz's next assignment. It seems this one's vacation is over, Mother.
Already? But you only just arrived.
Well, Raz could stay for one last meal before he departs.
And letters? Will you write us letters?
Doesn't Raz always?
I knew I had a Herbert following me. Oh, I hate being right.
take pride in your work, I always say.
Say you love her, say you love her.
I suppose I could use it.
So many sweetmeats this one could do, but it's you that she needs. Oh, she begs and pleads in the moonlight. She will surely worship you. But come the morning sun, she'll most definitely run.
Five Claw, over here. drop.
The aqueduct brings us water for drinking, washing, and bathing. Bazdal often enjoys lounging in the cool waters during hot summer days.
One of my friends told me that the monks at Two Moons are no longer chasing invisible butterflies. What a relief! I was worried about them.
That is good news indeed. But
You have a look about you. Some sort of quality that's rare to find. And trust me, I'm never wrong about these sort of things. Can I interest you in a room at the local inn? Actually, wait, that came out wrong. Look, empty rooms are just bad for business. The upkeep alone costs me more than the place is worth. But I think we can come to a sort of arrangement, and not
this was the mad cat.
On your feet, you louts. We're going back in. Nasty beast. This way, squad.
Kill them all. No mercy. All around. This pleases me.
You're not all these people you just...
They mean to take her from us. Stop them!
I need healing!
Burn!
Heal me!
By the Whisperer's command, we shall obey.
Blood and faith. Are you real? Can you hear me? May tall Papa bless you, friend. I thought I'd met my end. Please, get me down. I think my arm's broken. God's damn whispers.
Incorruptible creatures. You dare to defy me? I'll kill you all.
Healer!
Now that you've given me back my life, I have much to think about. Maybe I'll take some time to rest before I put together another expedition. The Fighters Guild is in your debt, my friend. I feel so violated. What that thing did to my soldiers, what it did to me, I may never sleep soundly again. Thank you. If you hadn't come along, well, I don't even want to imagine. Now that you've given me back my life,
On your feet, you louts. We're going back in. This way, squad.
I can taste your delicious fear.
them all.
Whispers grow louder. We must hurry.
Kill them all. Misery and death all around.
Heal me!
Come to me and to my realm. Join me forever.
I need healing.
For the Whisperer!
Incorruptible creatures, you dare to defy me? I'll
was a...
You have a look about you. Some sort of quality that's rare to find. And trust me, I'm never wrong about these sort of things. Can I interest you in a room at the local inn? Actually, wait, that came out wrong. Look, empty rooms are just bad for business. The upkeep alone costs me more than the place is worth. But I think we can come to a sort of arrangement. And not the sort of arrangement that involves a few drinks. Let me be clear about that. I need someone to improve the reputation of my properties. A hero type who people look up to. And I have a feeling about you. You've done something great and are probably on the way to do something greater. Seems like we can help each other here. Yeah, all right. Details. I can see how this might be a bit sketchy, but don't worry. The inn-room is well kept, conveniently located. I know you adventuring types wanting a home in every town. This would be a nice addition to your holdings. No catch. I just need someone to freshen up my image. And my gut tells me you're the one to do that. As long as you're not planning on turning it into a skooma den or an outlaw's refuge, the room is all yours. Oh, sure. You can set up some crafting stations, house your pets, display any treasures or trophies you've come upon in your adventures. Hey, you can even set up a target dummy to practice combat. Just don't demolish. Excellent. You won't regret this decision, I swear. Here's the deed and key to the room. Took me a while. Hope the room is to your liking. With your reputation, I'm sure you shouldn't have... Nope, just make yourself at home. Spruce things up a bit. Honestly, I can't wait to see how you arrange the place. Hopefully you'll end up with a few less Daedric shrines than another former tenant of mine. Like 0. 0 is a good number. Oh, what a relief. I can't tell you how hard it is to wash bloodstains off of cobble floors. But that's not even the worst of it. I've had tenants cram their rooms with the wildest things. Mounts, foliage, assistants. I mean, it's an inn room.
Good, good. This one has walked to Dune and back looking for you. Well, maybe not quite that far. Oh, not this one, Five Claw. Lirzaji is only the messenger. A sad state of affairs for a master spy, but we must do what we must do. Queen Camille requests your presence in Rimmon Palace. What a wonder! A Khajiit once again on the Anequina throne. How good of someone to finally notice. Yes, this one hears things. Uneasiness surrounding a mysterious final order issued by Raxia before she died. Not to mention the confusion regarding the dragons and their pet necromancers. Dark moons indeed. Perhaps you will put in a good word for Lirjazi? Let the new queen know that this one's talents are wasted as a common messenger, yes? Anyway, Queen Chimera can be found in the palace throne room. It is not Lirjazi's place to comment on a person of royal blood, but since you asked, this one thinks the new queen looks sad. Crowns and thrones have a way of darkening the brightest smiles. Perhaps you can cheer her up, yes?
Ah, Five Claw, just in time. We killed Euraxia, but between the chaos and the shock of seeing my dead parents and Nalado's sacrifice, I fear my memories of what happened are not as clear as I would like. Tell me what you remember. Yes, now that you say it, I remember the dragon's words. Mulamnir mentioned the dragon leader, Cal Grantid. We will mourn Captain Nalado later. Right now, we need to determine why the dragons require the service of Zumogfum's dark mages. The moon gate of Anequina lies in that direction. I wonder if this has anything to do with Euraxia's final order. A soldier mentioned it after we captured her, but she refused to elaborate. Maybe you can help Abner Tarn find out more. Go, my friend. Help Abner Tarn determine the significance of Euraxia's final order. He searches the royal study. I must consult with Gareshri about Rimen's defenses. I dreamed about reclaiming my father's throne for so long. But now... Because... Ah, damn it, Five Claw. I need a moment to think. To let everything that just occurred sink in. Besides, it takes more than sitting on a throne to make a queen. I need to consider my next actions very carefully. Do you think I have not asked myself that very same question? Joan and Jode, we had to kill my parents again. And Captain Nalado, she died so that I could live. If I can be half as brave as she was. Oh, moons. What kind of queen thinks like this? That is kind of you to say, Five Claw. I hope my people feel the same way. No matter. My people need a queen, and here I am. Ready or not, I am the only one left to take the throne. Now, let me prepare myself for what is to come.
When you look at the world as lines on a map, it all seems so small and insignificant. I was trying to determine the meaning of this document, but so far the secret eludes me. I found a letter, but it's not complete. Looks like a scribe's dictation. I've been searching for more, but I haven't made much progress through the royal stacks. With your help, perhaps the search will go more quickly. It alludes to an order Euraxia was preparing to deliver shortly before our assault on the palace. It mentions a Captain S, the Cygnus Irregulars, and a favor for the dragons, but gives no indication as to who they are or what the favor might be. We did what had to be done. Think no more about it. If you hadn't ended Euraxia, I certainly would have. Now, look around and see if you can find anything pertaining to this unfinished letter. I'm sure it refers to Euraxia's final order. This study contains documents from when the Khajiit ruled Rimen, as well as papers that cover the span of Euraxia's rule. So many, many papers. She was a prolific writer, I'll give her that. At least she didn't destroy her files before she died. Anything pertaining to this so-called final order. While we're looking around, let's see if we can find anything that mentions the dragons, the necromancers, or anything significant. Who knows? We might uncover something unexpectedly helpful. control dragons? What folly. But what was that about killing the last dragon guard? Captain Sorlinia. That must be Captain S. And the Cygnus Irregulars are Imperial troops under the command of Prefect Kalo at Sandswirl Manor. Old Khajiiti legends and rumors of a last dragon guard. Intriguing. I think you found everything I need to fill in the blanks. Let's talk. The documents you uncovered allow me to make sense of this unfinished dictation. I believe I now know the contents of Euraxia's final order. Euraxia ordered Captain Sorlinia to assassinate a dragon guard in an effort to appease the dragons. Sorlinia plans to commandeer as many additional soldiers as necessary from Prefect Kalo at Sandswirl Manor and retrieve a report. Neither do I, at least not fully. The Dragon Guard were the sworn protectors of the Imperial Emperor. At least they were until they fell out of favor. Euraxia has ordered her assassins to murder what she claims to be the last Dragon Guard. Don't ask me. The Dragon Guard I knew failed to protect the potentates and were disbanded in disgrace. They claimed to have descended from legendary Akaviri dragon hunters. But that's all it was. A legend. We need to get to Sandswirl Manor. We can't take any chances. Euraxia's final order directs her assassins to murder the last Dragon Guard. If the dragons consider this threat real, we need it on our side. Meet me west of the city, on the outskirts of Sandswirl Manor. Kalo is mentioned in Garesh Rhee's intelligence reports. He commands a garrison of troops in an estate seized when they conquered the region. As for Solinia, I've never heard of her. But an assassination squad, they're never a good thing.
Are the people of Rimmon cowards?
They're just afraid, Chimera. Remember, the dragon's still dark in the skies overhead.
But we need to replenish our forces. I fear there are more battles ahead.
An Imperial garrison housed in a Khajiiti estate. My half-sister spared no expense, I see. Prefect Kalo commands a full complement of soldiers, mostly seasoned Imperials and not the Nibonese mercenaries that make up Euraxia's main forces. It's probable that Solinia and her assassination squad is here as well, so I advise caution. I prefer to avoid unnecessary bloodshed, of course, but these are enemy forces. We must do what we must to complete our mission. I'll work my way down from the upper levels of the house. You find your own entrance and we'll meet somewhere inside. Try not to alert the entire garrison to our presence, and keep an eye out for Captain Solinia or anything related to Euraxia's final order. We need to determine where the assassination squad plans to strike if we're going to save the Dragon Guard. As I said, the Dragon Guard I knew were the Emperor's protectors. I suspect this has more to do with legends that speak of their role as dragon hunters of old. Idle speculation isn't going to accomplish anything. If I were younger... I feel the weight of my years, and it gets worse the longer this goes on. In my younger days, I would have already corralled the dragons and banished the necromancers to a forgotten plane of oblivion. Enough of this. I'll meet you inside.
Time to make me a fur coat. One of Kalo's pet cats. Time to make me a fur coat.
I can't believe the captain didn't assign me to the assassination squad.
How good of you to join me. Let's talk. We need to speak quickly. I doubt I'll remain undiscovered for very long. This projection, a simple spell. Nothing to it, really. But that's not what I want to discuss. I'm hiding in an empty servant's quarters at the moment. I discovered that Prefect Kalo is no longer in charge here. In fact, he's been arrested. That's the thing. Prefect Kalo isn't really one of the Euraxians. His cohort of Imperials accompanied my half-sister into Rimmon, but he's been a vocal opponent of her coup and subsequent claim of rulership. Apparently, he refused another order. Kalo's probably being held on one of the lower levels. See if you can find him. He should be able to tell us more about the Dragon Guard and Solinia's orders. Wait a moment. I'm about to have company. I'll find my way to you as soon as I can.
Interesting. You're not one of Euraxia's mercenaries. I'm Prefect Kalo, commander of the Cygnus Irregulars. And you're that outsider working with the Khajiit militia. I expected you hours ago. Well, let's not dawdle. You have an assassination squad to stop, I assume, so if you'd open my cell? It's elementary. I pay attention to every significant event that occurs in the region. Comes with my job description. I have agents, spies, and informers from Riverhold to Rimmon. The dossier on you could choke a Wamasu. Now, about this door? I'm an Imperial without an Emperor. My cohort was assigned to accompany Euraxia on a fact-finding mission. She turned it into a conquest. I tried to temper her more violent tendencies, but her mercenaries outnumber my legionaries by a wide margin. I refused a direct order. Wouldn't give Solinia my soldiers or my file on the last Dragon Guard. So, here I am. How about this? You can find a copy of the report in my office. If the information it contains helps you, then come back and set me free. I'm a reasonable man. I have no great love for this land, but neither do I want to see it destroyed. Dragons were the last straw. In other words, this is me making a stand. You can find a copy of the Dragon Guard report in my office upstairs. She burst into my office with orders from Euraxia, demanded I provide soldiers to support her assassination squad, then commanded that I turn over my file on this so-called last Dragon Guard. I politely refused both requests, and she had me arrested. An elite unit of mercenaries. They're rabid dogs that Euraxia points at her enemies. They like to kill, and they're extremely good at it. With the urging of the dragons, she pointed them at their current target, the so-called last Dragon Guard. Well, that puts a new spin on the situation. Solinia took my file. Then she and her soldiers went to assassinate this supposed last Dragon Guard to appease Euraxia's dragon allies. There's a copy of the file in my office, but I suggest you hurry. Conquer Rimmon? Euraxia was sent on imperial business to a province that owed us fealty. There was no reason to conquer a place we historically controlled. No. She decided to make her own play for power while Emperor Varen was otherwise engaged. It was complicated. Look, our quick visit turned into an invasion. Euraxia contracted an army of Nibonese mercenaries to back her up. And then the Emperor disappeared and his empire collapsed. We were stuck here without orders or assistance. Not much. I never got around to reviewing the report. You can read it yourself in my office. For some reason, this rumor of a last Dragon Guard inspired Euraxia's ire. Maybe because the legends say they were once renowned dragon hunters? See, you found the report. Now we can continue our conversation without being separated by those inconvenient bars.
Ah, there you are. And I see you've captured Prefect Kalo. I presume he surrendered without a fight?
Don't look so shocked. My irregulars are very good at what they do. It was simple enough for them to sneak in and set me free. Now, what did you learn from the report? Anything that will help us stop Captain Solinia and her assassination squad? As I said, we were never willing participants in Euraxia's conquest of Northern Elsewhere. My irregulars did as little as possible to advance her agenda, and we worked to sabotage it as often as not. Besides, have you forgotten about the dragons? The dragons won't stop after they kill or subjugate the Khajiit. We're in as much danger as everyone else. If Lord Garesh-Ri pardons my soldiers, we'll help fight the dragons. But we're going to need the Dragon Guard. Do you know where he is? Grand Chancellor, I propose that you get Garesh-Ri to pardon the Cygnus Irregulars so we can form an alliance.
An alliance? Interesting. Comrades would be helpful in the battles to come. I'll return to Rimmon, plead Kalo's case, and send someone to help you. Meanwhile, I suggest you start your search for the shrine at the Stitches.
Asura, is this truly the path you set me on?
Ooh, my fur ripples in happiness. Euraxia, the horrid usurper, is deposed. There might not be enough moon sugar and cambriel to celebrate.
Indeed. And an outsider stepped in to assist in that. She said, you are. This one wishes all those involved in this change of circumstance.
I hope to see
Tarn sent Zamorak to assist you against the Euraxian officers Saulinia and her assassins. The locals say that a group matching their description passed through here a short time ago. Tarn explained that we seek a hidden Akaviri shrine. Saulinia, the assassin who murdered King Hemakar and Queen Numara. Zamorak heard that name often on the day of Euraxia's coup. Perhaps this one can finally get justice for the royal family. No. Zamorak was guarding Kamira that day. We were far from the palace. Anyway, this one learned that the local crime lord provided Saulinia with guides who know the scar well. We must hurry if we hope to catch them. The scar can be a treacherous place, Five Claw, even without the addition of a Nibonese assassination squad. We need to hurry, but we should also proceed with caution. The scar was carved across the face of an Equina in the ancient past. Some say Kunzari is responsible. Others, that Alkosh himself marked the land with his claws. Things live in the deepest cracks and crevices that we would do well to avoid. Truthfully, Zamorak almost refused when Tharn gave the order. This one has only just reclaimed the mantle of King's Claw and was reluctant to leave Queen Kamira's side. But you needed help, and Zamorak was best suited to aid you in this endeavor. More bodies. The hired guides. That's how linears work, Samarak thinks. Look! There is a door behind these stones. Is this the place we seek? That door. Not even all of Zamarak's strength and training can budge a magical barrier. Maybe the pedestal. The pedestal maintains the magical barrier, but Zamarak does not know how.
Find the Dragon Guard, or his blood won't be the only thing that stains my blade this day.
The assassins. That came from the south. We must hurry, Five Claw. Traps. They stopped some of the assassins, but not all of them. We must be wary. The Dragon Guard. They sound like the adepts of the Desert Wind. How true. A dragon's voice does more harm than its claws or teeth. peace. Do they speak of peace with dragons or something else?
You can't hide from us forever, Dragon God.
Set it ablaze! You couldn't find an Alfiq in Alabaster, Yaraxian dolt!
That was the Dragon Guard. We're running out of time. The Dragon Guard. Honor the dragons. Kill it. Another maze. We must find a way to the other side. Fear is an advantage. This one never thought to exploit the dragon's fearlessness. They do not trust anyone. Fight without honor. Zamorak thought Dragon Guard were great warriors.
Once I select a target, it always dies.
I trained to fight dragons. This isn't going to end the way you expect.
I refuse to die. Hear that assassin.
Is this a lesson? If so, Zamorak is not sure what he learned.
Now, Dragon Guard, you and your order die! Oh, good! More blood!
I refuse to die near that assassin.
Maybe now the royal family can rest in peace.
Oh, damn assassin. She knew her stuff. I saw her fall, though. Thanks for that. After all these years, why do I suddenly have so much company? I know about the dragons. I sent word to the other sanctuaries. The last, I didn't think so, but no one else has responded. Maybe... No. I know at least one other is still out there. He'll come. He has to take my ring. It will open the sanctuary. Find the dragon horn. You have to.
May Kenarthi guide you to the sands behind the stars. Below. That looks like Prefect Kalo. What is he doing here?
Ah, there you are. We came as soon as we could. Were you able to stop Captain Solinia and her assassins? Both dead? Solinia deserved it. Shame about the Dragon Guard, though. And yes, It took some convincing and Tharn's most diplomatic negotiation tactics, but Queen Chimera has accepted our help. Provisionally. The Cygnus Irregulars are on probation. For now. Once Queen Chimera sees us in action, I'm sure she'll come around. Until then, I wanted to make sure you are all right. Beating Selenia is no small feat. I'm sorry we lost the Dragon Guard, though. A dragon horn? Like the one at Star Haven Adaptorium? Huh. Well, if you think this old relic can help, lead the way.
The barrier has fallen. Let us see what awaits within.
Are these the remains of the Dragon Guard? Books and scrolls. I knew it. Knowledge is power, my friend. You'll see.
Such a small thing when compared to the dragons. Still, we should take it to Rimmon, yes?
I want to take another look at these books. We'll meet you back in Rimmon.
Zamalek will linger as well, to make sure the Imperials find their way back.
Watch your step in the stitches. You'll want to find another place to rest your feet, stranger. These stitches are about to burst. It won't be much longer before the whole place unravels, as it were. There's a new Khajiit in charge, Kazda, and he enjoys throwing his weight around. Between this one and you, most in the stitches find Kazda's leadership lacking, but none will stand up to him. Though this one heard rumors Tasnasi is back. No friend of Kazda's, this one can tell you. She's recruiting for a job, or so the rumors say. This one doubts she'll have much luck convincing someone local to make an enemy of Kazda, but someone passing through. Last I heard, Tasnasi was camped on the north rim of the scar, but this one doubts she'll stick around for long. The moment Kazda catches wind of her, he'll have her throat slit. It's the closest thing to a settlement out here. Imagine a river hold on the edge of a cliff, painted with rum and horse dung. Then invite every outlaw, bandit, and exile to live there. That's the stitches. You didn't hear this from me, but he's a thug who thinks he's a king. Sits in Merville Keep, counting coin and letting his thugs run the stitches into the ground. Well, deeper into the ground. A thief who got run out of town not long after Kazda took over. He's the only one worth robbing in the stitches, so my gold's on her job involving his ill-gotten gains. Gutsy to cross Kazda, but he already wants her dead. What she got to lose?
Guards, that's the criminal!
I wouldn't have done that if I were you.
Ooh, my fur ripples in happiness. Yaraxia, the horrid usurper, is deposed. There might not be
Indeed. And an outsider stepped in to assist in that, which is a marvel. This one wishes all those involved in this change of circumstance well.
With our new queen,
Taznazi does not know you. That's good. She knows everyone in the Stitches. Those who aren't in Kazda's pocket, she can count on one paw. This one has a job for someone who'd rather pick it. An unknown face like yours is just what she needs. Kazda, the dung-eater that runs the Stitches, has a hoard of gold beneath Merville Keep. Taznazi plans to make it hers. Ours. If you're interested, we need to move soon. The Stitches gets worse by the day. Kazda may leave, and his coin with him. To take from Kazda is no crime. His predecessor, Dashing the Salzo, amassed the coin. Kazda only wallows in it, like a pig in its filth. A cruel, stupid pig. Now he lets the Stitches shuffle to ruin. This is his just punishment. We also need Taznazi's old crew, Vol, Sarin, and Nazdar. Vol just did a job for Jubani. He'll be at her junk shop. Sarin's likely at the Goiter's Gulp, and Nazdar caterwauling somewhere. We'll meet in the bowl at the bottom of the scar.
Ropes off of me. Bonnie and I had a deal. I delivered.
True. But why keep paying when we can just make you do it for free? Now get inside.
I've had enough.
Where are the guards when you need them?
Hey, you're not one of Bonnie's thugs.
Guard!
You get me out of here.
Intruder! Guard!
I'm getting out of here. Catch up to me so I can thank you properly. Thanks for your help back there. Bonnie and her thugs are a bunch of hammers that think everything is a nail. Geniuses included. Altruism isn't a thing in the Stitches. So what do you want? Need a lock picked? Something repaired? Taznazi, huh? That's funny. Was just thinking about her recently, seeing what's gone on around this dump. How it's gotten, dumpier than usual. But she's pulling together a job. I swore that Kazda ran her out of town when he took over. Last time I ran my mouth, Bonnie sent her unexpectedly handsome thugs after me. I'm not spilling any more secrets. But it's nice to know Taznazi's still around. She really loves this place after all. Even after everything that's happened to her. Well, Bonnie's sure to notice I'm missing. Joining up with a crew seems like a good way to keep my fingers unbroken. So sure, whatever Taznazi's playing at, I'm in. The bowel. Well, that's ironic. I'll head there after I get my tools and find another pair of small clothes. Bonnie runs the biggest salvage operation in the Stitches, and she knows she gets paid more if a salvage is in pure junk. When a crew found stuff that wasn't busted up, I fixed it. For pay. 'Cause that happened. He took over the stitches and didn't care if people broke oaths, contracts, or ribs. Giovanni saw a chance to get more labour for free. Just had to flex a little muscle. Yeah, don't let my rippling physique fool you. I'm, not much in a fight. Well, most don't. And to be fair, I wasn't always the brilliant tinkerer I am today. I don't know what caused the change, honestly. I think eating that soul gem had something to do with it. The bowel. Well, that's ironic. I led there. Well, most don't. I didn't just pluck one up and eat it. I was scouting for the Dominion way north. Some ruin called Sarithal. Was running from some guards when I fell into a shaft. And fell. And fell. It was a long fall. Caught a ledge at the last minute. Broke my fall. And my fingers. Real mess. Anyway, I found myself in this strange cavern. Huge. Had dwarven ruins, biggest I've ever seen inside of it. More stone and metal than I could imagine. Not so much food. Not quite. I finally managed to find a charis. Big bug. Tastes awful, don't recommend it, but I ate like my life depended on it. I mean, it did. I half remember a glowing stone going in my mouth. Swallowed it whole before I even realised. More like indigestion, but also this indescribable urge to fiddle with the ruins. Well, I guess I'd call it curiosity. But anyway, I fixed an elevator like it was second nature and got back home. Then I got discharged on account of my weak hand.
Stop right there! This one fears no lawbreaker. Justice always prevails. No, you must. There is wisdom in your choice.
Was it the moons? Ah, my fur! What was in this bucket? Whatever your death wish is, it's granted! Oh, my head. Just tell me what you're doing here before I turn your heart into a tomato. Oh, really? Taznas is still kicking around? A little good news to go around with all this bad. Like a fly in vine. Be careful of the vine, by the way. There's flies in it. I didn't say that. Well, what I mean is that I'd like to, but if Taznasi wants me for my magical skill, I have some bad news. My focus is gone. I mean my other focus. My arcane focus. A bubble to focus magica. I'm useless without it. I may have planned it. To Lulius and Scipio never know. I'd give the gold back, but Kazda's really gouging the price of a bottle these days. Even the swill in this flop house. The Avernos are inside. Get my focus back, and I'll owe you. Ugh, well, sometimes my power gets a little out of control. The Mages Guild was supposed to help me master it, but they take a dim view of people breaking curfew and getting drunk on kitchen duty, and throwing up in the soup. When I need to cast a spell, I channel my magicka through the focus. It helps me weave everything together. Without it, my spells come out like tangled yarn, and the results are, well, Unpredictable.
No face in the stitches, then? I love new faces. I can front you a little money in exchange for... well, we can talk terms over wine. To what do my brother and I owe the pleasure? Focus. Looked like a collar to me. Pity it doesn't fit any of our pets. Don't call it such around Serene. Nearly clawed poor Skip-Ion's nose off over it. It's such a good nose, too. Reminds me of Mother. Anyway, price is set. Will you pay it? Well, Skip-Ion called me a fool for taking the cat's little trinket, but here I am turning a tidy profit. I'll make sure he never hears the end of it. The bauble's in a jewelry box on the other side of the bar. Help yourself.
Blah, can't get the taste out of my mouth. It's awful. Good, Kazda's made the stitches unpalatable, like that swill he's got the tavern pouring. I'm ready to get out, but I wouldn't mind batting Kazda's tail along the way. I'm sure Taznasi feels the same. I need a moment or two. Look, I'll meet you at the bowl once the world stops spinning. Just a mage looking for something at the bottom of a bottle. I don't really know. And if I'm being honest, I don't know if I ever knew. Look, you seem halfway decent, so don't stick your muzzle too far in, alright? Taznazi's got her own business, and I know too much about it already. I don't drink just because I like the flavor of the tavern's bilge. I'm hazy on the details. To be honest, I'm hazy on a lot of things these days. But I know Taznazi can't show her face in the stitches, and it's not just Kazda that'd like to see her dead. You've seen the type of people who call the stitches home. Thieves, smugglers, deserters. Nobody keen on laws. Of the few rules we have, she broke the one you don't break. Murder. I've said more than I should have already. It's in the past. Taznasi had her reasons. She always has her reasons. Not that I ever got to hear them. She's not going to stab you in the back if that's what's worrying you. Keep your mind on the job.
Careful where you flaunt your wealth, Walker. You are a tempting prize indeed.
Said Nalitha the Avuncular, even in somber times must the wayfarer be offered greetings. Nazdar greets you, wayfarer, though his times are somber indeed. What brings you to this one? Hotaza the Corpulent often said, "The forgetting of friends is a grievous wrong." Wise words. Taznasi has not visited him in some time, but this one has not forgotten her, so believe Nazdar when he regretfully declines her invitation. This one has lost a prized possession, a lute gifted by a dear, departed friend. It has buoyed Nazdar's soul for so long, he sinks without it. Weighed down as such, he cannot be the fleet walker Tasnasi needs him to be. Truly? This one was practicing his lute in the canyon below, but his playing attracted irascible beasts. He was forced to leave it behind as he scrambled up the cliffs. A saint. He once led the Stitches, not to glory perhaps, but away from shame. Even saints do not live forever, nor did he. But as Ballant the Canonical said, the dead recalled in good memories are the true saints of our lives. The truth, however, noxious is sweeter than rose blossom, to quote the venerable Bate. Nazdar plays, but not well. The others throw things at him when he practices, so he plays where he can be alone. As Zubacha the Hermit said to Intasi after returning from his grand pilgrimage, "Hello. This one is cheered to see you without the blemishes of harm." As often said by Polu the Overstating, this is worthy of celebration. You have done this one a great turn. In the dark days the Stitches find themselves in, it is good to hold a memory of brighter times. Your kindness reminds Nazdar of the love dashing Dasalzo had for the Stitches in life. This one recalls many joys in the company of Tasnazi and the others. He would like to feel them again. Nazdar will go where Tasnazi bids.
That's everyone. Taznazi must speak with you. Taznazi has not seen her old crew in some time. Not since... Never mind. You were not followed, yes? Taznazi is not welcome in the Stitches. Associates of Taznazi, also not welcome. Kazda was lieutenant to Dashing the Salzo. Taznazi as well, until he was found with her knife in his back. No one cared if she was innocent. They wanted someone to blame, and Kazda gave them an answer. After everything, they turned their backs on her. No, it's just a heist, that's all. Taznazi knows how it looks. Get revenge, clear her name, but she hates the sight of this place and will leave it for good just as soon as her pockets are a little heavier. Now, let's go over the plan. Today, we hit Kazda right under his nose. We'll break into the basement of the Mirville Keep through this sewer, so long as Vol can pick the locks.
Ah, locks. Cute. Might as well be fancifully knotted ribbons to me.
Good. At the courtyard, we'll have sentries, but Serene's teleportation spell should let us pass unnoticed.
Were you talking to me?
We'll enter the palace through a second-floor storage room. Nazdar will scale the wall and drop a rope for us.
As spake Urwa the Observant. I see.
Taznazi and the newcomer will handle any trouble that comes our way. Let's get started.
Good to be working. You're less of a taskmaster than Jude, buddy.
These old barrels smell like wine. Maybe brandy?
Good luck.
Might have started as fresh fruit as long as they've been left here.
There's the lock. Watch my back, won't you? One down. Let's get going. Might need an ebony pick for this one. You know the drill. A bit stiff, that one. Glad I'll keep machine grease in my hair. Kazda's done some redecorating, I see. Not sure I like it. Keep the coast clear, won't you? There. Hopefully that's the last of them. My fingers are getting sore. Hey, that's our way to the courtyard.
They're through. No lagging behind.
Keep up, old-timers. I can barely walk straight.
Serene, it's your turn.
Everyone stand still. You're making me crazy. Just need to concentrate. Focus the power. Imagine the destination. All right, here we go.
What the...
So far, so good. Now, Vol.
You're sure?
To quote the barkeep, you look sick.
Oh, that's not good.
This one prefers his feet.
Thought I lost you. Moons, you're not hurt, are you? All your limbs in place? And Nazdar's looking pretty good, actually. Now the not good. You and Nazdar didn't quite make it to where I intended, and it will be a while before I can cast something like that again. You'll have to make your own way here. There is a basic rule of spellcraft. Do not attempt while drunk, or while recently drunk. Never been great with rules. I ended up losing control of the spell while attempting to teleport you and Nazdar. Sorry about that. Taznasi wants you and Nazdar to make your way to the base of the South Tower. That's where we're waiting. She also was very insistent. Avoid killing any of the guards.
Walk softly, Master Hendo taught me. If we get into trouble, be warned. I cannot help. My fists are weapons no longer. Soft as a whisper, quick as a shout. The first finger of the Whispering Claw teaches. As the second finger of the Whispering Claw says, shadows consume curiosity, time, and interest.
You made it, both of you. Tasnazi is glad.
Sorry about that. When this is all done, I'll buy you a drink.
Moon's mercy, Serene. When we're done here, I will smash every bottle of wine in elsewhere.
Not if I drink them first.
Nazdar, you're our way into this tower. Ready?
The ascent of the body is nothing compared to that of the soul. Saint Yosito spoke wisely.
Your knees shouldn't make that noise, right?
They should make no noise, Vol.
Nazdar did well to get us inside, but it looks like this strain was more than he could handle. He needs rest, which means Tasnazi needs to change her plans. Vol is the closest thing we have to a healer. He might be able to get Nazdar moving again, but he needs time, which means he won't be able to pick the locks on Kazda's vaults. Tasnazi wants you and Serene to get the vault keys. This one has other business in the palace. When she's done with it, she will meet you at the entrance to the vault, on the lower floors. Tasnazi has always said she was innocent of the Salzo's death, and she knows in her heart that Kazda was behind it. She must have proof, not to show the stitches, but to quiet her own soul. She needs that more than her share of the gold. Take care getting the keys. The thugs in this palace are Kazda's most loyal, and just as vicious and cruel as he. Expect no mercy, and give none. Serene will help keep things quiet in case fighting breaks out.
You are? He's got her! He's got her!
Keep it down. What are you talking about?
Kazda, he and his bodyguard, biggest I've ever seen. They cornered Tasnasi and took her back there. You have to save her.
You're always naive, Tasnasi. You're the house of boss. So focused on the future that you never could see the night behind. You have one friend left in this world, it seems. Not for much longer. Cut! You'll regret crossing Costa!
He's getting away. Untie me! After him!
Please, Tasnasi, spare me!
Shut up, Kazda. One more word from your lying tongue and Tasnazi will claw it out. He did it. Everything Tasnazi suspected him of. He killed the Salzo. He had her take the blame. He was proud of it. Now that I have my claws at his throat, he discovers the meaning of mercy. He took this one's home from her, the only one she has known, and he couldn't give it back if he wanted to. She has no proof but his word. Even if he confessed and cleared her name, the stitches she would return to is not the one she left behind. One joy is left to Tasnazi, to kill Kazda. Then she leaves this all behind her, for good. I will. After that, I will find the others. Meet back at my camp, on the outskirts of town. There will be no returning to the stitches for me after this.
Don't be stupid, Tasnasi. Name your price! Riches, weapons! Skooma.
Tasnazi only wants one thing of little value. Your life. The job is done. Maybe we didn't leave the palace with everything Taznazi promised, but this is the Stitches. If everything went as it should, none of us would be here. Now, we go our separate ways. Take Taznazi's advice. Leave the Stitches before it falls apart completely. This one has no great sum of wealth, but she owes you something for saving her skin. Unlike most in these parts, Taznazi remembers her friends. This one regrets getting you caught up in her affairs, but she is glad to have crossed your path. Things would have gone very differently had you not come back for her. Moon's willing we meet again, eh? Work another job? One with a better payout?